Hi, this is Lance Ulanoff, Editor-in-Chief of PC Magazine, and this is What's New Now, your twice-weekly dose of technology news that matters. And let me tell you something, what matters right now is what Apple just said minutes ago.
Introducing the new iPhone 3G.
The Apple iPhone 3G. That's right, it has 3G, it has GPS, and big news, $199 for the 8GB model and $299 for the 16GB model. Excuse me while I run off and go buy a couple for myself. So big news, also talked about the enterprise developments, lots of SDK stuff, lots of applications, push email. This is going to be a very big summer for Apple, which is going to get the iPhone into 70, count them, 70 countries by the end of this year. So I hope Steve Jobs can speak all those different languages. iPhone wasn't the only iPhone news out there. Samsung launched an iPhone knockoff called the Omnia, which has a big screen, which has a touch display, which has some neat features, which has a 5-megapixel phone, which has Wi-Fi. It's pretty darn expensive, and no, it's not multi-touch, or maybe it's not an iPhone killer anyway. But in any case, Samsung's trying to make some noise in the middle of all this iPhone mania. HP and Acer apparently were at odds. I didn't even know this, but they had some patent flap going on here. Well, they've settled the suit. Hurrah, hooray, no one cares. The stock market didn't care. I'm not sure I care. A lot of different patent suits going on like this. At least in this case, it's between two different companies that might actually own the real patents. So maybe that's good news for all the people who are fighting the patent trolls who don't own anything in the first place. I'm not the biggest fan of Facebook. I've said as much. It's not worth $15 billion. But nobody's listening to me, so any application that runs on Facebook is apparently also worth millions and millions of dollars. So we have a couple here. We have Slide and RockYou. These are two companies that make little applications that run on the platform that have gotten funded for millions of dollars. So my message to you guys out there is to write some little application that can run on Facebook's and try and get some sort of venture capitalist to back you, and you'll be rich too. For as long as Facebook lasts. Microsoft and Yahoo are still not a single company, and who knows if they'll ever become one, but that hasn't stopped Carl Icahn, the corporate raider, from trying to force them to become one single entity. He's already replaced most of the board with his own cronies to push out the old guard and push in the people who want Microsoft to own Yahoo. But you know, at this point, it still doesn't seem like Jerry Yang is embracing the idea. I don't know what it's going to take, but this deal is not happening anytime soon. Guess what? This weekend it's Father's Day. I'm a father. I would send you my address to tell you where to send me gifts, but you're not my children. If my kids are watching, here's some things that I'd like to see. I'd love to get a digital photo frame. There are tons of them out there, and they're affordable and they're cheap. They're around about $70 to $150, 4x5 to 8x10. They look great. Also, maybe an MP3 player. You know, look, everybody's all excited about the iPod, so am I, but you don't have to get me an iPod. SanDisk makes great Sansa players. They run about $50. You could do that. I'd also maybe like a bag, a good tote bag. The truth of the matter is there are dozens and dozens of ideas, and I'm not going to give you all the help here. I'm going to tell you to go to PCMag.com and figure it out, and then send me those gifts. Even if you don't give me a great tech gift, a construction paper tie will do just as nicely. I'm Lance Ulanoff, Editor-in-Chief of PC Magazine, and this has been What's New Now.